What's going on, guys? I'm Chris, and welcome back to another video. Today, I'm actually back with another Star Wars tier ranking. I love doing these. I'm going to try and do a Star Wars tier ranking every week. So I'm in my different setup for the tier ranking. I'm excited to get into this. We're talking about the bounty hunters from Star Wars. Now, I only picked 10 bounty hunters. I know there's a lot more in canon. So if your favorite bounty hunter didn't make the list, I apologize. Don't get too mad at me. But yeah, most of these are from the films, the Skywalker Saga movies, or the Clone Wars animated TV show. We're just going to get right into this thing. The tiers I have today are fantastic, great, good, meh, and bad. So first up, we have Ara Singh, who is... I think she has little appearances in the prequels, but her main focus, the main thing I know her from, is the Clone Wars. She's running with Boba Fett and his little crew, and that there's a really interesting arc there where Boba's trying to kill Mace Windu. I think that's around season 2. And then she actually is like sniping for Cad Bane's crew. We're going to talk about Cad Bane later, but Ara Singh, you know, I think that for what she is, she's a pretty cool character. Now, she's not my favorite by any means, but she is really cool, like her design. She's got that cool sniper, so I'll probably go good with Ara Singh just because her presence is felt when she's on screen. She is definitely intimidating. She's not like my favorite, but she's good. She's not meh or bad. Next is Boba Fett, one of the most iconic characters in all of Star Wars. If you see a silhouette of Boba Fett, even if you haven't seen Star Wars, I feel like you go, oh, that's Star Wars. Funny because he barely even has any lines. You're like, does that ever bother anyone? Like, it doesn't bother me, but it's wacky that he doesn't have hardly any lines in the original trilogy, and he's one of the biggest icons. So it was awesome to see Tamara Morrison come back as Boba Fett in the end of the first episode of The Mandalorian Season 2, but it's just interesting. I think that Boba Fett is a really good character. I think when you watch the Clone Wars and you see him as a kid, that adds to it. I think seeing him in Attack of the Clones adds to his character a little bit. I don't think he's fantastic. He's definitely not bad or meh, so he's good or great to me. I think I'm going great with Boba Fett, and honestly, he might be good, but I'm going great anyway, just because I like his aesthetic so much. I think that he's a cool character. The lore surrounding him is just so interesting to me. If you would have put Boba Fett higher, let me know in the comments down below. I do think, like I said, Clone Wars adds to his character quite a bit. Next up is Bossk, who we first see in Empire Strikes Back. There's a few bounty hunters that Darth Vader hires to try and go get Han and Luke and all of them. So we see them on an Imperial Star Destroyer. And Bossk is meh. Bossk is... Honestly, I'm thinking about it. I might go bad with Bossk. Like, he just sits there and goes, "Thus," and makes lizard noises. Even in the Clone Wars, when we see him, he rarely does anything. So, you know what? I'm actually going to do this. This is going to upset someone. I'm putting Bossk in bad because he just doesn't have much to him at all. I hardly know much about his character. He doesn't really have any lines. He's just the muscle sometimes. And honestly, I knew the name growing up just because I had like the toys and the Lego video games, but Bossk is a lame character to me. If you like Bossk, I apologize. I just think that there's definitely better characters. Next is Cad Bane, who I love. I love Cad Bane. I have the Star Wars toy still to this day. And I think that he's just so cool. The way he talks like that. Like, I don't know, something about his voice. It reminds me of Bane from The Dark Knight Rises.
I got business with the Senate.
Then you have my permission to die.
Granted, this was before that, but still, his voice, his design, everything about him is cool. And he's a super menacing character. Like, I don't mess around with Cad Bane. He scared me a little when I was younger, honestly. So I might actually go, this is tough. I'm between great and fantastic for Cad Bane. I don't know. I don't know if I can go above Boba, though. I'm going to go great with Cad Bane. And I think that he is one of the elite bounty hunters in all of Star Wars canon. He's just so smart the way he goes about things. His voice is menacing, like I said. Like, I don't know what I'm even doing, but I like him quite a bit. So we'll believe him in great. Maybe I'll regret that and wake up in the middle of the night sweating and say, oh, should have put him in fantastic. Only time will tell. Next is Dengar, who, again, is also a part of that crew from Empire Strikes Back, who we barely see in live action. I think I had this toy as a kid. I don't remember. But he's also in the Lego game. In Lego Star Wars 2, the original trilogy, there's a really cool like side quest with bounty hunters, and he was one of them. You know what? I don't think that his character is that memorable at all. And I know that he's in a few episodes of Clone Wars. I'm rewatching Clone Wars, by the way. If you didn't know, I have seen seasons 1 through 6. Haven't seen season 7. So I'm going through my rewatch. I haven't got to his episode yet, but I'm going to go with bad for Dengar. Yeah, I know I'm upsetting some hardcore fans out there, but I'm putting Dengar in bad just because, again, what is there really to his character? Not a lot. With the Jedi, I was more lenient, the Jedi tier ranking, because there is more characterization to them. With these bounty hunters, it's like, okay, why should I care about him? You got to be a great bounty hunter to get put where you deserve. So maybe it's even weird that I put Ara Singh above them, but I just like her aesthetic more. I think she has a little more to her in the Clone Wars. Next is Embo, who is a really neat character. I like his design, especially like the disc-esque thing that he has on his head. And there's the Seven Samurai episode of Clone Wars he's in, and he's really cool in that. So I don't have a lot to say about him. I think that he's cooler based on design alone than the two bounty hunters in Bad. So I'll probably go meh with Embo. I think that he's cool enough. Like whenever he's on screen, I'm like, oh, this is a really interesting action scene. He's just a very interesting character as opposed to the two in Bad who are just there. It hurts me as a Star Wars fan. I'm wearing this, by the way. Merry Christmas, you filthy Jedi rebel. Way too small for me, but I still wear it for videos because I love wearing Star Wars stuff. Next is IG-88, who is also from Empire Strikes Back. I had this toy as a kid, still have it. In the Star Wars toy collection I did, he made an appearance. There's not a lot to this character at all. I don't even think they explore him in future movies or TV shows, so I have to go bad with IG-88. Now, this hurts me. It does, because I don't like putting Star Wars characters in bad. But not all of them just get fleshed out enough, have enough characterization, or really a reason to care about them aside from design alone. Like these three down here in Bad, they're decent, right? Like they have a cool design. I'm talking design-wise, but when it comes to the character, not a lot there. That's the case with IG-88. IG-11, who I did not include on this list, is a significantly better character from Mandalorian, voiced by Taika Waititi. Love that character. One of my favorites from Mando, but I can't do it with that character.
I can't do it.
Next is going to be Jango Fett. Now, I haven't put anyone in Fantastic yet. You're probably annoyed if you're watching this because you probably think Boba deserves Fantastic or Cad Bane deserves Fantastic. Jango is also going to go in great with Boba because I think that Jango Fett is a really good character. Now, I probably like him more than Boba, honestly. I think that his design's cooler. I liked Jango more as a kid. I liked playing as Jango in the Lego game more because he had a cooler jetpack and he had the two pistols that made the really cool sound. So that's why I prefer Jango to Boba, but I think they're both great characters. Jango is like the first clone. He's like the DNA that they use to make all the clones for the clone army. He's got the Slave One ship. I like how he chases down Obi-Wan. So his aesthetic is very cool. His death is tragic when Mace Windu chops his head off. That would scar me for life too. So I understand why Boba is very angry towards Mace Windu, but I don't think he's fantastic. And truthfully, there's not many fantastic bounty hunters. There might be one who I might talk about next, but we'll have to see. Next is Din Djarin, aka the Mandalorian, who, as hot of a take as this is, I guess, I think I'm going to put Din Djarin in Fantastic. And he's younger than all these other characters, but he's the anchor of the Mandalorian TV show. His character is fantastic to me. I love this character so much. I can't wait to hopefully see some face reveals more down the line, like maybe Pedro Pascal gets to just not wear the helmet, and they have it on in certain scenes, kind of like Bo-Katan. But I am super pumped for the rest of him. The way he acts as a father figure to Grogu, aka the child, is epic. This is one of my favorite pieces of Star Wars content ever, The Mandalorian, so I had to put him in Fantastic. He's just so cool. He is my favorite Mandalorian. Like, he's the best bounty hunter to me out of this group. He borders on being a bounty hunter at this point because it's kind of veered away from that, but he's a bounty hunter at heart, and that's why he's in Fantastic. He has the most characterization out of all these characters. I honestly think so. And we've only gotten, 15 episodes of TV with him, so he's the best in my opinion. And next is Zam Wessel, who is a shapeshifter who's in Attack of the Clones, who is assigned to kill Padme with the worms. I think I saw a video that was talking about how, there were so many steps to kill Padme, it was ridiculous. Jango hired Zam Wessel, who got worms to do it, who got a robot to drop him off. It was there's 30 different steps, but Zam Wessel is also going to go in bad. There's a lot of bad bounty hunters, but what does this character have to offer? The one scene where they go, Chiku, after they get shot, that's really it. They have a cool ship. I think that my brother had the Lego set when I was growing up, and I built that ship. And I always remember Anakin sticking his lightsaber through the glass and crashing the ship in the streets. Not much to Zam Wessel. I had the Lego figure, but other than that, pretty bad character, just nothing to her. That's going to do it for my tier ranking of the Star Wars bounty hunters. Again, I did not include every canon bounty hunter. I just chose about 10 here. And it's a pretty bottom-heavy tier ranking, which is rare, especially for Star Wars. I got 4 in bad, 1 meh, 1 good, 3 great, and 1 fantastic. Looking back, I probably could have put Boba or Cad in Fantastic, but, I'll be haunted by that for the rest of my life, probably. Definitely hit the like button. Comment down below your ranking of the bounty hunters. Do you agree with my picks? Do you disagree? Would you have put any of the people in bad, or would you put more in Fantastic? I'm interested to hear all that and more down below. Who's your favorite bounty hunter in all of Star Wars? I'd probably say the Mandalorian at the moment, but Cad Bane is really awesome too, so it's tough. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. It would mean the world. I've got a ton of Star Wars content planned, Mandalorian reviews, rankings, reviews, a bunch of content for December that I'm just pumped about. I'm going to end the year strong, so definitely consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss any of that content. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. May the Force be with you.